Hey guys, welcome to Series World. Today I'm going to explain a mystery thriller series called Lady Voyeur from 2023. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. Miranda slowly wakes up and finds herself lying in a bed in an old-looking building. The woman nurse is beside her bed as she tells Miranda to slowly get up and says that they have to sedate her because she was very agitated. She says that she has been taking care of her for a few days, but she is still not okay and someone had to stop her before it was too late. Miranda ignores what the woman is saying and instead slowly picks up a metal dish from her bedside table and smashes it on the nurse's head, knocking her unconscious. The story goes back to 3 months earlier, where Hector is at Miranda's place and tells her to find everything she can about Diana. He says that he wants to know every information she will be able to find, no matter how humiliating it is, and will also provide her with some information he has on Diana. Hector then asks her if she is afraid of him, saying that he would totally understand if she is, as he is a person of interest in a homicide, but Miranda says that she has no reason to be afraid as police have released him. Hector then walks towards the window and asks her if she knows about the neighbor across the street. Miranda replies that she knows her and even watches her dog for her while she is out of town, but when she asks Hector if he knows her, he refuses and instead asks her if she is together with Fernando. When she doesn't reply to him, Hector says that it is okay as he just wanted to tell her that Fernando doesn't trust him and then leaves the apartment. In the meantime, Rafael was waiting for Hector outside when he notices someone stealing a purse from Rita. He rushes outside the car to help her, and as they start talking, they form an instant connection and exchange numbers before leaving. Rita goes to Miranda's house where she tells her that it must be fate that she met Rafael on the same day she broke up with her boyfriend Otto. During her story, Rita mentions that Rafael's boss was coming out from Miranda's building, which leads Miranda to figure out that she must have met with Hector's bodyguard. When she tells this to Rita, she again starts to force her to hook up with Hector, but Miranda just ignores her. Rita soon leaves from there when Miranda checks the records Hector gave him and finds that Diana was constantly contacting someone named Christina. Meanwhile, Fernando is at Hector's house, talking with Lucia when Hector comes there and tells his daughter to go to her room. When she leaves, Hector says to Fernando that he didn't kill Diana and he wants to know what happened to her. Fernando doesn't believe him, saying that he doesn't even love Diana, so why does he want to know about her? Hector replies that Diana was the one who helped him get back to his feet. Fernando still doesn't listen to him, saying that Diana was only his accomplice and he will not cover for him this time. So if he is involved in Diana's murder in any way, he will pay for it. Meanwhile, the police found some evidence of Diana sending money to an account, but they couldn't find it. Inez asked Joka if he found anything through the street security footage of Hector's place, but Joka replies that they couldn't identify who ran away with the gardener's uniform. Inez again asks him about any news on the party, to which he tells her that the house where the party was held belongs to Zoe Braun's parents, but they couldn't find any more information on that. Meanwhile, at Hector's place, Zoe meets Victoria and says that she wants to live here, which starts an argument between them, during which Zoe says that Diana deserved to die as someone had to kill her one day. Instead of listening to anything else, Victoria walks away from there while Zoe remembers one of her arguments with Diana over the money she used to send her. Meanwhile, Fernando goes to meet Miranda and is confused by the fact that Hector asked her to investigate Diana's case. Miranda replies that it is because everybody has some secrets, and then shows him the email chats of Diana with someone named Christina. They are confused by the intimate chats and decide to go meet that woman, as Miranda says that she found the location by hacking her email account. On their way to find the woman, Fernando says that he can't believe Diana was having an affair as she was his sister and used to share everything with him. Miranda says that she must have some secrets as he shouldn't forget that she was at that party. Fernando says that he doesn't understand that, but it must be one of Hector's setup. Miranda changes the conversation, saying that she has something to tell him and says that she found out that the mansion belongs to Zoe's parents. Fernando is surprised to find that she knows about his wife and goes to explain himself, but she stops him, saying that she doesn't care about that, but it is weird that the place where everything happened belongs to the family of his ex-wife. Fernando explains himself, saying that he doesn't know about the mansion either because when they got married, Zoe was not on speaking terms with her parents, and after that they got divorced and she moved to Madrid. They soon reach the place and are surprised to see that it is a church. They are welcomed by a sister who takes them inside, but when they ask about Christina, she says that there is no person here with that name. When they come out, Miranda says that she is sure that the woman is lying. So instead of leaving that place, they hide behind a while, waiting for her to leave. Meanwhile, Hector is at his house with Helena when he finds out through Gloria that the police have released Diana's body and they can arrange a funeral for her. Hector is very distraught after hearing this and asks Helena if she also thinks that he killed Diana. Helena assures him that she is sure he didn't kill her and says that she will take care of everything related to Diana's funeral. After she leaves from there, Raphael comes there and tells Hector that he took care of the doctor's situation so no one will find out about Lucia's DNA test. Hector says that people who invited him to the party also know about that, but Raphael says that he doesn't need to worry and instead just waits for them to approach him, as it will be a lot easier for them to negotiate with him instead of the police. Miranda and Fernando are still hiding in the church, and as soon as the woman leaves her office, they quickly go inside. Miranda searches the computer, and after searching for Christina, she finds that she is here and goes with the name of Sister Socorro. When they go to meet her, they are surprised to see that she is an old woman. Fernando introduces himself as Diana's brother and tells her about Diana's death, which sends her to shock as she starts crying immediately. After she calms down, they ask her what her relationship was with Diana and are shocked to find that she is Diana's mother. Christina explains to them that when she was young, she had an affair with a seminary student, but when she gave birth to Diana, Mother Superior convinced her that the best thing to do is to give her daughter up for adoption. She says that Diana approached her a few years back, right after Lucia's birth, and had told her that her adoptive mother revealed about her real mother during an argument. When they are coming back from church, Fernando is very furious and almost crashes the car, but Miranda tells him to calm down, saying everything will be okay. In the meantime, Detective Inês is still investigating the case and finds that Diana was sending money to Zoe's account. When Fernando comes back home, he confronts Victoria about the situation, saying that if she had told him about this already, he shouldn't have to feel disgusted for this long for falling in love with his own sister. Victoria says that Diana asked her to not tell Fernando about this. She soon leaves from there while Fernando is approached by Zoe, who was secretly listening to all this conversation. Zoe seduces him, saying that she is the only person who knows how he feels about Diana and they will part ways, but for the last time they have to sleep together. Miranda keeps digging through the records and also finds that Diana was sending money to Zoe. On the day of Diana's funeral, everyone is gathered to mourn her while Socorro is also there watching the ceremony from afar. They are interrupted when the police come there to arrest Zoe, saying that she is the person of interest in Diana's murder. They take her to the station where Detective Inês asks her why Diana was sending money to her. Zoe says that she was only helping her as a friend, but Inês points out that Diana stopped sending the money from the last few months, and it is strange that Zoe shows up on the night of Diana's murder. Zoe says that she came here to meet her parents, but Inês reveals that they know she is not on speaking terms with her parents. Zoe gets confused by the strict questioning and refuses to say anything else until her lawyers show up. Meanwhile, Miranda calls Hector into her apartment, saying that she has to show him something. When he comes to her apartment, she tells him that she recovered a video and plays it for him. Hector is shocked to find that the video is of the day when Bernardo died, and he was alive after Hector pushed him in the pool, but it was Diana who came there after that and drowned Bernardo by pushing his head into the pool till he took his last breath. The story goes to 3 months later, where Diana is running to escape in the old building. She runs through the whole building and comes upon a room where she finds Cleo tied to a chair. To watch more explanations of these kind of series, click on the videos on your screen, and don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, thanks for watching.